Welcome back to the channel Valuable Coins Lovers and History Seekers. In today's video, we explore one of the most mysterious and talked about dimes in American coinage history. Top 3. First up, the 1931 W Mercury Dime, a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors for generations. It's rare, it's beautiful, and it's surrounded by mystery. Most importantly, if it truly exists, it could be worth a huge fortune in today's market. So stay tuned, because we're uncovering the full history, the hidden story, and the present-day value in dollars of this legendary coin. The Mercury Dime, officially known as the Winged Liberty Head Dime, was introduced in 1916. It was designed by the famous sculptor Adolf A. Weinman, whose initials AW appear on the coin. The design was a masterpiece, Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought, and on the reverse, a fasces wrapped in an olive branch, representing strength and peace. The coin quickly became one of America's most admired designs, combining art, meaning, and national pride in a single silver dime. Now, let's step into 1931, one of the darkest years of the Great Depression. The United States economy had nearly collapsed. Factories were closing. Unemployment was at record highs, and millions of Americans were struggling just to survive. Because so little money was circulating, the U.S. Mint drastically reduced coin production across all denominations. That year, very few dimes were struck, only in Philadelphia and San Francisco, and no coins were officially minted with a W mark. And that's where the mystery begins. The W Mint mark is what makes this coin so fascinating. Officially, the U.S. Mint lists no record of a 1931 dime bearing a W mark. Yet stories have persisted for decades about a few experimental or test coins struck at West Point, New York. Back then, West Point wasn't an official mint, but it was a major U.S. bullion depository, storing gold and silver for the Treasury. Historians believe it may have been involved in test striking small batches of coins, possibly including Mercury dimes, as part of metal quality checks or minting experiments. If even one 1931 W Mercury Dime was struck and survived, it would be one of the rarest coins in U.S. history. The 1931 Mercury Dime was not just another coin. It was a symbol of hope. During the Great Depression, people were losing everything: jobs, homes, and savings. Yet, this tiny silver coin carried the image of liberty, wearing a winged cap, representing freedom of thought and progress. The olive branch and fasces on the back reminded the nation that peace and unity through strength could rebuild America. Every detail of the Mercury Dime told a story of endurance in the face of hardship. For many years, coin collectors and historians have argued over the existence of the 1931 W Mercury Dime. Some claim to have seen one. Others say it's a myth. A few old collections even list this coin as a prototype or test issue, while experts from PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company say no authenticated specimen has ever been found. Still, rumors persist. Some believe a few pieces may have been privately struck or accidentally released into circulation, never officially recorded by the U.S. Mint. This uncertainty has turned the 1931 W Mercury Dime into one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in numismatics. Over the decades, collectors have reported finding dimes with what looks like a faint W on them. In most cases, it's just a mark caused by scratches, dye damage, or toning. But every few years, another story appears. Someone claims to have found a 1931 Mercury dime with a perfect engraved W. Experts say if a real 1931 W ever surfaces, it can only be verified through microscopic analysis, metal testing, and dime matching with other Mercury dimes from that era. So far, none have passed that test, but the mystery continues to inspire hope and excitement among collectors worldwide. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value. If an authentic 1931 W Mercury Dime were ever discovered and officially certified, its market value could easily reach over $500,000 US dollars or more at auction. Some experts believe it could even surpass the famous 1916 D Mercury Dime, which already sells for tens of thousands in top condition. The reason is simple: rarity and legend. A coin that has never been officially confirmed, but possibly exists, holds immense allure. Collectors would pay extraordinary amounts just to own the only known example of such a piece. To put it in perspective, a 1942-41 overdate Mercury Dime, a known mint error, can sell for between $10,000 to $50,000 depending on grade. A high-grade 1916 D Mercury Dime can reach over $100,000. But a verified 1931 W would be in a class of its own, a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. It would rewrite coin history and instantly become one of the top 5 most valuable dimes ever known. Even if no genuine 1931 W Mercury Dime ever surfaces, its story reminds us why collecting coins is so exciting. It's not just about silver or value. It's about history, imagination, and discovery. Coins are small time machines. They connect us to moments in the past, to people who lived through hard times, to artists who turned metal into symbols of hope, and to the mysteries that still challenge experts today. The legacy of the Mercury Dime continues even now. Its design inspired the modern American silver eagle coin, and collectors still treasure it as one of the most beautiful designs in U.S. mint history. The 1931 W, whether myth or truth, adds a sense of adventure to the Mercury Dime series. It encourages new collectors to look closer, to study, and to never stop searching, because sometimes history hides in plain sight. So, what do you think? Does the 1931 W Mercury Dime really exist, or is it just a beautiful legend born from America's toughest times? Whether real or imagined, it represents something powerful, the endless curiosity of collectors and the timeless beauty of American coinage. And who knows, maybe one day, someone will open an old box, dust off a forgotten coin, and uncover the truth once and for all. Until then, the 1931 W Mercury Dime will remain one of history's most intriguing mysteries. A tiny silver coin with a story worth far more than its weight in gold. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1931 W Mercury Dime, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another story from a world of rare coins and hidden treasures. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the 1931 W really exists? Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story to tell. Next up, today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of one of America's most iconic and beautiful coins, the 1941 Mercury Dime with a W mint mark, a small silver coin that's making big headlines in today's collector's market. Stay tuned till the end, because the value of this tiny dime might shock you. Some of these have sold for thousands of dollars. The Mercury Dime, officially known as the Winged Liberty Head Dime, was first minted in 1916 and continued until 1945. Designed by the legendary sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, the coin features the face of Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought. Many people mistakenly believe the image is of the Roman god Mercury, and that's how it got its popular nickname, the Mercury Dime. The coin's reverse side shows a fasces, a bundle of rods wrapped around an axe, representing strength and unity, along with an olive branch for peace. This design became a symbol of America's resilience during some of the nation's toughest years, including the Great Depression and World War II. Now, let's talk about the 1941 Mercury Dime. This coin was minted at a time when the United States was just about to enter World War II. It carries with it the history, emotion, and craftsmanship of a nation preparing for a global conflict. In 1941, the Mercury Dime was minted at 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. But collectors and coin enthusiasts have long been intrigued by examples that appear with unusual markings, such as a W mint mark, often attributed to special die varieties, artist initials, or misinterpretations of mint engravings. Many collectors who come across a 1941 Mercury Dime with a W mark believe it to be from a rare mint, but in reality, the W seen on the coin is not a mint mark. It actually represents the initial of the designer, Adolph A. Weinman, whose signature W appears subtly on the reverse side of the dime, near the base of the fasces to the right. Because it looks so much like a mint mark, some people assume it means a special W mint version exists, but that's not the case. However, that little W initial is a sign of authenticity and heritage, and collectors prize clean, well-struck examples where the W is clearly visible. The 1941 Mercury Dime is made of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing just 2.5 grams. Its small size hides its real worth, not just for its silver content, but for its numismatic value. The value collectors assign to rarity, beauty, and condition. The coin's edge is reeded, giving it that classic feel when held between your fingers, a texture that instantly reminds you of a time when coins were made with real silver and real craftsmanship. Now, let's talk about what every collector wants to know: the current market value. While the silver content alone gives a coin a base value of around $2 to $3, depending on silver prices, the true magic lies in its condition and mint state. A 1941 Mercury Dime in average circulated condition might be worth only a few dollars. But if you find one in uncirculated MS Plus condition with full bands on the fasces, known as full bands or FB, the value can jump dramatically, often reaching $100 to $300. Rare specimens graded by PCGS or NGC at MS67 or higher have fetched over $1,000, and exceptional strikes with perfect details have even sold for $2,000 to $3,000 at auctions. Some error varieties, such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, or die cracks, can make your 1941 Mercury Dime even more valuable, with rare errors selling for thousands of dollars depending on condition and rarity. So next time you're sorting through your old coins, take a close look at that 1941 Mercury Dime. Check for the condition, mint mark, and clarity of Weinman's W initials. What might look like an ordinary old dime could actually be a hidden treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The Mercury Dime remains one of the most beloved coins in American history, not just for its beauty, but for the story it tells about a nation's strength, creativity, and hope during some of its darkest years. Whether you're a serious collector or just someone who loves history, this coin is a must-have in your collection. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1941 Mercury Dime and its fascinating history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Coin Treasure Hunter for more stories about valuable coins that could be hiding in your change jar right now. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, every coin has a story to tell. The next up, the 1940 Mercury Dime with the W mint mark, a small coin with a big legacy and, in some rare cases, a surprisingly high market value in today's collector world. Stay tuned till the end because you might have one of these valuable silver dimes sitting in your coin jar. Right now, to understand the 1940 Mercury Dime, we need to travel back to the early 1900s. A time when the U.S. Mint wanted to replace the old barber dime design with something more artistic and symbolic of modern America. In 1916, sculptor Adolph A. Weinman introduced his stunning creation, the winged Liberty head dime. Though officially named after Liberty, the design quickly earned the nickname Mercury Dime because Liberty's winged cap resembled the Roman god Mercury, the god of speed and communication. The front of the coin shows Liberty with a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought, while the reverse displays a fasces, a bundle of rods tied around an axe, representing strength and unity, paired with an olive branch for peace. This powerful imagery perfectly captured the spirit of America, strong, united, and peace-loving, during a time of great change. The year 1940 was a turning point in history. The world was on the brink of World War II, and while the United States had not yet entered the war, tensions were rising. The 1940 Mercury Dime reflects that era, a symbol of hope, freedom, and resilience. These dimes were minted in 3 locations that year: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; San Francisco, S. Each mint produced millions of coins, but collectors today seek out high-grade examples, those that have survived over 80 years without wear or damage. Now, some collectors have noticed a W mark on their Mercury dimes and believe it to be a special mint variety, which brings us to one of the most misunderstood yet fascinating aspects of this coin. Here's the truth. The W you see on your 1940 Mercury Dime is not a mint mark at all. Instead, it's the initial of the coin's designer, Adolph A. Weinman, whose name begins with a W. This small W is engraved on the reverse side of the dime, near the base of the fasces, to the right-hand side. Because of its position and shape, Many people mistakenly think it stands for a West Point Mint mark or some special edition coin, but it's actually a designer's signature mark. However, this doesn't mean your dime isn't valuable. In fact, the clear presence of Weinmann's W adds authenticity and collectible appeal, especially when the coin is in high-grade condition with all original details preserved. The 1940 Mercury Dime is made of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing just 2.5 grams, a small but mighty piece of real American silver. The coin's silver content alone gives intrinsic value, but what makes it truly special is its timeless design and the condition it's in today. Collectors admire the full band variety, where the horizontal lines on the fasces are fully separated and sharply struck. Such coins represent the highest mint quality and are much rarer, often commanding premium prices in the market. Now, let's talk about the exciting part, the current market value of the 1940 Mercury Dime. Even though millions were minted, only a small fraction remain in pristine condition today. A circulated 1940 dime may be worth $2 to $5, mostly for its silver content. But if your coin is in uncirculated or mint state condition, MS60 to MS68, the value can rise sharply. Here's a quick breakdown. Fine to extremely fine condition, $5 to $15. Mint state, MS63, MS65 $40 to $120. Full bands varieties, $200 to $700. High-grade certified coins, MS67, MS68 FB often sell between $1,500 to $3,000, and exceptional examples have reached over $4,000 at major coin auctions. Rare minting errors, such as double die strikes, off-center errors, or die cracks, can make the value skyrocket even higher. Some of these unique error coins have sold for $5,000 or more, depending on rarity and condition. Beyond its silver and market value, the 1940 Mercury Dime carries deep historical significance. It tells the story of America standing on the edge of a world war, a nation preparing for the unknown, but holding tightly to its ideals of liberty and unity. Every Mercury Dime from this era is like a small piece of that history, a silent witness to a world that was changing forever. Its elegant design and craftsmanship continue to inspire modern U.S. coinage, and collectors worldwide treasure it as one of the most beautiful coins ever minted in American history. So, if you ever come across a 1940 Mercury Dime with a W mark, remember, it's not just a coin. It's a work of art by Adolph A. Weinmann, a piece of silver history, and possibly a valuable collector's treasure. Look for sharp details, full bands, and that beautiful luster. These are the clues that your dime might be worth far more than you think. Next up, in today's video, we'll dive deep into the 1944 Mercury Dime with a W mint mark, a small silver coin that carries a big piece of American history. You'll learn the full story behind this coin, the real meaning of the mysterious W mark, and how much it's worth in today's collector market, where some of these dimes are selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So sit back and watch till the end, because a coin you thought was worth just 10 cents might actually be a treasure in disguise. Let's rewind to the early 20th century, the year 1916. The United States Mint decided to replace the old barber dime design with something more modern and symbolic of liberty. That's when sculptor Adolph A. Weinmann, one of the greatest artists of his time, designed what will become one of America's most beautiful coins, the Winged Liberty Head Dime, better known as the Mercury Dime. The obverse features Lady Liberty wearing a wing cap, representing freedom of thought. The reverse side displays a fasces, a bundle of rods with an axe, symbolizing strength and unity, alongside an olive branch representing peace. This powerful combination of art and meaning made the Mercury Dime a patriotic symbol during some of America's most challenging decades, including the Great Depression and World War II. By 1944, America was deeply involved in World War II, and every part of society, including the U.S. Mint, was contributing to the war effort. Even though silver was precious, Mercury dimes continued to be minted in large quantities, showing the nation's determination to keep its economy strong. That year, the dime was struck in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; San Francisco, S. Each mint produced millions of coins, but collectors today search for high-quality examples, especially those with sharp details and a fully struck reverse known as full bands. And among these, one tiny detail catches the attention of many collectors, the small W mark that appears on the coin. But what does it mean? Many people believe the W stands for a mint mark, maybe Washington or West Point, but that's not true. The W you see on your 1944 Mercury Dime is actually the artist's signature, the initial of Adolph A. Weinman, the designer of this masterpiece. You can find the small W engraved on the reverse side, near the base of the fasces on the right. It's not a mint mark, but a tribute to man who gave this coin its timeless beauty. However, it's easy to mistake it for a special mint symbol, and that's why many collectors call it the W mint mark Mercury Dime, even though it's really a designer's mark. The 1944 Mercury Dime is made of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 2.5 grams and measuring 17.9 millimeters in diameter. It has a reeded edge, and its luster, when well preserved, shines with stunning silver brilliance that collectors absolutely love. This coin represents the last years of the Mercury Dime series, which would soon end in 1945, making the 1944 issue one of the final wartime editions. Because of this, 1944 Mercury Dimes hold special sentimental and historical value among collectors. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know. How much is a 1944 Mercury Dime worth today? The answer depends on condition, mint mark, and rarity. In circulated condition, a regular 1944 dime is worth around $2 to $5, mostly for its silver content. Small blue diamond in uncirculated condition, mint state 60 to 63. The price can range between $15 and $40. Small blue diamond higher grades like MS65 or MS66 can easily reach $80 to $250. Small blue diamond of full bands, FB, example, showing clear, sharp lines across the fasces, can fetch $300 to $800, depending on the mint location. Small blue diamond rare, top-graded coins certified by PCGS or NGC in MS68 full bands condition have sold for over $2,000 to $3,500 at auctions. And if your dime has a unique error, like a double die, off-center strike, or clip planchet, its value could skyrocket to $5,000 or more, depending on the rarity of the error. So yes, a simple 1944 Mercury Dime, especially with that clear W designer mark, could be worth a small fortune in today's market. The 1944 Mercury Dime isn't just a silver coin, it's a story frozen in metal. It carries the memory of a time when the entire world was at war, when American factories, artists, and everyday people all worked together toward victory. Each dime minted during those years represents the strength, unity, and creativity of the American people. The Mercury Dime is still considered one of the most beautiful coins ever struck by the U.S. Mint, a masterpiece that stands for freedom, peace, and artistry. And even though it's small, its historical and emotional value makes it one of the greatest treasures for any coin collector. So if you find a 1944 Mercury Dime with a W mark, look closely. Check the details, the shine, and the bands. It might just be one of those rare gems hiding in plain sight, worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Always remember, every old coin tells a story of history, art, and human spirit. And sometimes, that story is worth far more than money. Thanks for watching Coin Treasure Hunter. If you enjoyed learning about the 1944 Mercury Dime and its amazing history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos on rare and valuable coins that could be sitting right in your collection. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, every coin has a secret waiting to be discovered. Money bag sparkles.